we're campaigning for a new Prime Minister. What are the choices?
Ariana DeLuca! Oh, what a legend.
She is currently the favourite. Oh, here we go. This is to do with the terraforming.
Yep.
So it's all about whether or not you want to put more resources into it, which will push it along. Otherwise, no. Yes, doing it.
Yeah, because it's actually draining a lot. So the quicker it happens, the better.
So did you want to influence the election in any way?
I would like Ariana DeLuca to stay outside, but this guy is doing well, actually.
Mm-hmm.
My level 3 scientist is, eventually he will be level 4. It's just that Ariana DeLuca is just so young and so good that I'd actually rather the other scientists get it, or one of my researchers.
Okay. So if you click on that one, just pick one that you'd rather have it. I mean, you could just make sure Nathan Samuels is re-elected.
Okay, yeah, so where is
click
he?
on him.
Nathan Samuels.
Okay. And then click support. There you go. Now he is most likely to win at 38%.
Sweet.
Go into there because there's some pritives in. Oh. The ground coup. What has happened? Oh yeah, it's gone badly.
What did?
The terraforming has not gone well.
No.
Some people have been killed.
Damn it. Mars will be terraformed.
Killed someone.
Oh god! There's a crater! Ah! You know what? This is the price we must pay.
Yeah, they will not die in vain.
Special project complete.
Oh!
Oh ho ho!
Engineering teams have successfully analysed the wreckage of the alien probe. Certain quantum markers in the hull material indicate exposure to a class of subspace anomalies frequent to the Delphic Expanse, a turbulent region coreward. The vessel's damaged computer core reveals almost nothing short of the name of the alien race, Xindi. Determined to prevent further incursions into United Earth space, the Admiralty have proposed a mission into the Delphic Expanse to gain additional intelligence.
Oh wow, that's scary stuff. So the Delphic Expanse.
So if you go to the situation log,
right there,
and then open that up, you can see that there is, so you have to send an admiral to it in one of the military ships.
Oh, right, okay.
Log update.
Ooh, okay. Traditions.
Special project.
We have, okay.
Captain Fernanda Martin has been selected to lead the mission into the Delphic Expanse to gather intelligence on the Xindi. Starfleet has provided its most advanced starship, the Enterprise, and most capable crew for to command for the duration of the expedition, where contact with Earth is expected to be limited. A contingent of soldiers from the Military Assault Command Operations, MACO, have also been assigned to serve under her.
Now, even I know about the Enterprise, so this is
You don't know
stuff.
about this Enterprise, they're all called Enterprise.
Oh, damn it. Really?
You know about the Enterprise D, which is the Patrick Stewart one.
God damn it. Damn it.
To boldly go.
To boldly go.
Where's
Pass it
your-
like could you be able to research rare and dangerous. Whoa, spicy. Anomaly discovery chance increase. I'm gonna go to boldly go. That's just cool.
Construction complete.
So head down to the southeast. And then go into Iota Leonis.
Oh, never mind.
Never mind. After weeks of fruitless searching in the Expanse, Captain Fernanda Martin has found her first clue. The owner of a Trellium mining station claims to employ a Xindi labourer and would be willing to arrange a meeting for a price. One of the Xindi worker's fingers is provided as evidence, an unfortunate mining accident apparently, which provokes more questions. The organic residue from the probe that attacked Earth shares a number of genetic markers in common with those of the finger. However, they appear to be separate, although related species. That the Xindi may not be a single species confuses the investigation. Captain Fernanda Martin convenes with the Enterprise's senior staff to decide on how to proceed. You can attempt to abduct the worker, meet with the Xindi worker, or you could have been able to buy them, but you don't have enough minerals.
Ah, damn, that would have been perfect if we could have been able to do that. You know, I don't think I want to abduct. I mean, to be fair, they sent like a death probe to my planet. Like, I think I'm pretty okay doing this. You know what? No, maybe not. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna meet with a worker. Keep it chill.
Captain Fernanda Martin leads a team into the mining facility to question the Xindi worker, a male named Keswick. After having transferred a small sum to the mining facility administrator, Keswick knows nothing of the probe that attacked Earth. However, he is willing to offer the location of the Xindi homeworld on the condition that the captain helps free him from his contract, which comes close to slavery. He warns that the facility administrator will likely attempt to enslave Fernanda Martin and the Enterprise crew in the facility too. Agreeing to help Keswick escape, Fernanda Martin's team follows through the bowels of the facility until at last they reach a section where the Enterprise's transporters are able to penetrate. However, a facility security team ambushes them, mortally wounding Keswick before the transporters complete their cycle. Back on the ship, the dying Xindi reveals the location of the Xindi homeworld, and that 6 separate species of Xindi evolved there, including primates like himself.
6 separate species. Wow. That's pretty intense.
Set course for the Xindi homeworld.
Go, 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 Gadget. Yeah.
You don't have to do it, it's all event based.
That way.
Yeah.
Roughly.
That way.
Eh.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. We just don't know, man. We just don't know. Okay, anyway. I was saving up. Oh, never mind.
We have arrived at the coordinates of the Xindi home system. However, no habitable worlds can be detected. Instead, an enormous asteroid field fills the star's habitable zone. Using predictive modelling, science officer is able to confirm that the asteroid field came from a single world between 150 and 200 years ago. Material analysis of the field indicates the presence of advanced compounds that indicate the presence of a warp-faring culture. If this is the Xindi homeworld, it has been broken for a long time. Captain Fernanda Martin orders a return to the original Expanse search pattern.
Interesting. Maybe they had a war between the different species or subspecies of the Xindi? Not sure.
Then why would they hate you?
Who knows, man? Power plant 3. Oh, new one.
The Enterprise has detected a Vulcan distress signal being transmitted from a nearby asteroid field. On inspection, the vessel, the Solaya, is heavily damaged and not responding to hails. Boarding the vessel, Captain Fernanda Martin leads a team to make contact with the crew and attempt to effect repairs. Deep in the Vulcan ship, several Vulcan crew members in a frenzied state ambush Fernanda Martin's team, forcing them to take refuge in the Solaya's control room. Analysing the bioreadings from a Vulcan officer stunned unconscious reveals the psychotic effect has been caused by exposure to Trellium-D that pervades the asteroid field.
Ooh.
You gonna look for a possible cure or send in the Makos?
You know what? The Vulcans are my friends. They really are. They're part of the Federation. They're our buddies. I'm gonna find a cure.
Captain Fernanda Martin orders the Enterprise medical staff to exhaust all options to provide a cure to the psychotic Vulcans on the Solaya, while the away team reinforces their position in the control room. Nearly a day passes before a series of potential cures are provided. However, all require testing. Selecting the most likely antidote, a medical team distribute the concoction of the Trellium-D neutralizing agents throughout the life support umbilical connections on the Solaya's starboard docking port. Within minutes, the entire crew of the Solaya is unconscious, allowing the away team to exit the control room. Several hours pass, and the crew fail to awaken again, all showing signs of permanent brain damage. Captain Fernanda Martin orders the crew to effect repairs to the Solaya before sending her back to Vulcan space on automatic control, with a log of the events leading up to the death of the crew.
Ah, that's most unfortunate. Poor Vulcans. Oh wow, look at all that valuable space just sitting there. Oh god.
Months of investigation have led Captain Fernanda Martin to a Xindi mining colony, where chemosite, a key element used in the Xindi probe attack on Earth, is being produced in huge quantities. The mines appear to be surrounded by a number of small settlements with layouts suggesting civilian use. With enough time and materials, we could fashion a series of explosive charges that would destroy the chemosite mines while avoiding damaging the civilian structures, but any delay could allow the Xindi to collect more chemosite for their next weapon. So you can send an away team or destroy the entire facility, but you can't target specific because you don't have the resources.
Man, these events where you need resources to do the best option just come at the worst time for me. They really do. You know what? I'm tempted just to destroy the entire facility because they were willing to kill my civilians. You know, I don't want to lose India. Although they are... That's tricky, man. Tricky. They could be pretty powerful, though, is my problem. They could be a scary, scary race. I'm gonna risk it.
Infiltrating the mining colony, Captain Fernanda Martin's team have identified the head of operations and have captured him in his home. Questioning the Xindi Arboreal, a male named Gralik reveals how he had been assured the chemosite produced at the colony was for research purposes only. Horrified at the prospect of his work killing millions, Gralik agrees to help sabotage the next shipment of chemosite and provide a tracking device to enable the Enterprise to follow the shipment to wherever the weapons are being produced.
Oh, he's a good Xindi. We like that guy. If only the rest of them could be so nice. Yes. Unfortunately, the rest of them must die. Ah! The Federation of Death begins.
Oh.
Whoa.
Having followed the chemosite shipments to a nearby system, the Enterprise has encountered an Andorian vessel, the Kumari, under the command of Commander Shran of the Imperial Guard. Shran offers the Kumari service to assist the Enterprise, insisting on sending an engineering team to upgrade and repair various systems. Deriding the Vulcan High Command for its lack of support for the United Earth efforts against the Xindi, Captain Fernanda Martin can't help but feel there's more to the Andorians' presence in the Expanse. While the two vessels sit on the edge of the system, their sensors detect a massive energy discharge in the inner asteroid belt as a dwarf planet is vaporized, further confirming the threat of another Xindi weapon.
These Xindi, man.
So do you want to accept or reject their acceptance?
I would like the energy credits for Mars. I've got to be honest. I would like it.
Could the cost be too high?
Country event. I mean, they're being nice, and they're part of the. They are definitely part of the Federation we've got going. So, to reject them would be pretty hostile, out of the blue. Even though they were kind of absolute chumps to begin with, I feel like I should give them a chance to prove themselves as reliable allies. And also, I want the money.
Accepting the Andorians helps please Shran, whose crew spends the next few days upgrading various systems aboard the Enterprise. Fernanda Martin and Shran devise a plan to capture the prototype weapon by using the Enterprise as bait to lure the Xindi patrol vessels away before allowing the Kumari to beam the weapon aboard and disarm it. The mission is successful. However, Shran reveals secret orders to steal the weapon the Andorian Empire alone. The Enterprise chases the Kumari into the system's Oort cloud. Though it seems Andorian engineers have triggered a security protocol on the weapon as it triggers an overload of its chemosite-laced energy emitters. The Kumari is heavily damaged, unable to prevent the Enterprise beaming back the remains of the weapon or downloading the Kumari's scans before it manages to limp back to Andorian space. The scans of the weapon reveal a number of potential weaknesses, however, no clues as to the location of any further prototypes.
Damn it, Andorians, you had one chance! One chance.
Detected.
Okay, so we're researching that anomaly.
There is an upcoming brief
Oh.
I mean, it's not like I was reading it. There is an upcoming brief window of opportunity to receive scientific data from an abandoned research station on Rator 2.
Oh.
Do you recognise that guy?
Yeah, I recognise him.
Who is that?
That's the dude.
It's Commander Will Riker.
Oh, okay, no, I didn't.
8 years ago, Chief Science Officer Haruna Takaya was stationed on this outpost, barely managing to beam off the research station with the last personnel on the ground before an ionic disruption cut off the transporter connection. The disruption field has finally abated for a few days, allowing the crew of the USS Curie to retrieve a wealth of scientific data left behind in the evacuation. As the away team searches for a computer terminal, they notice signs that someone has been living here. Haruna Takaya detects the life signs on her tricorder and moves to investigate the signal. Suddenly, a voice cries out, and she dashes into the room, phaser at the ready, and comes upon a person that looks exactly like her. After a few minutes of shock, the person explains that she was trapped on the research station after a failed transport attempt 8 years ago. So you've got two options. This must be a trick, lock them up, or beam them up to sick bay and validate their claims.
I mean, that's pretty weird, so I'm tempted to be more cautious than risky. I'm gonna lock her up.
Okay.
She looks exactly like her, man.
Yeah.
Wait, but what does that mean? Does that mean that my officer is... No, it wouldn't be. Okay, I'm gonna go for the scared option. There we go.
Okay. The away team were unable to gather the data in time due to changes made to the station by the duplicate. The crew had to beam out before the distortion field returned to avoid being stranded until the next transporter window. Haruna Takaya's apparent clone later insisted her expertise could have helped to repair the damage within the time provided.
I don't believe her.
Shame.
I think she's just bait. Absolute bait.
Uh-huh.
Don't believe any of that.
Well, actually, that was an episode of Star Trek The Next Generation.
What's that?
Where Will Riker comes upon
Survey
an exact clone who
complete.
got stuck on the planet.
Really?
And who does help them retrieve some valuable scientific data, and later joins Starfleet on his home under the name Thomas Riker. Although in a later Deep Space Nine episode, he turns and becomes part of the Maquis, who are rebels against Cardassians. So, it could have gone better. Long weeks spent hunting the Expanse have paid off as the Enterprise has successfully captured a shuttle belonging to the Xindi primate scientist leading their weapons project against Earth, a male named Degra. Captain Fernanda Martin must now decide how to take advantage of her new captive. The tactical officer suggests an elaborate ruse, using memory-inhibiting drugs and a mock shuttle pod to extract the location of the final Xindi weapon from Degra, but the resources required are substantial. An initial interrogation reveals little beyond the knowledge that the Xindi apparently believe that destroying Earth is their only hope of survival.
Why would they think that? That's what has me curious.
Why would they think that?
That's just like...
So you can abandon Degra on an uninhabited planet, repair the deception, or just free him as a gesture of goodwill.
I mean... I feel like the deception is a good plan. That's a good plan.
Mm-hmm.
And they just, like, without provocation, launched, like, a death probe at my planet, so I don't think sending them a good signals or anything is good. So I'm just going to do the deception.
Okay.
I trust my tactical officer. He knows his stuff. He trained well and hard.
He's the only British guy on the ship as well.
Is he actually? Oh my god. Okay, well there we go. I'm definitely doing the...
I don't know if the actor was actually British, but... Captain Fernanda Martin orders the construction of a mock shuttle interior as per the tactical officer's proposal, using memory-inhibiting drugs. Captain Fernanda Martin is able to persuade Degra that the two of them have been prisoners of the Xindi reptilians for several years, following the destruction of Earth and the reptilians' subsequent betrayal of the other Xindi species. Degra reveals that Xindi were convinced to attack Earth by trans-dimensional beings who
What?
presented themselves as the Xindi's saviors. After a series of faked attacks on the shuttle and a promise by Fernanda Martin to rescue Degra's family, the location of the Xindi weapons is revealed: Azati Prime. The simulation is terminated and Degra's short-term memory wiped. In an attempt to generate sympathy for their cause, Captain Fernanda Martin then offers Degra and his crew their freedom, unsuspecting that the weapon's location has been compromised.
Wow. Good job, tactical officer. He knew what he was on about.
Yeah.
We're gonna mess them up with some mind altery.
You go, Malcolm.
What a guy.
Malcolm Reed.
He's gonna be earning the big bucks when he gets back.